Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Nightcap for August 30th, 2021. Rockin' and rollin', as you can see. Oh, yeah. You like a BRMC? My buddy Big Paul sent me their new song. They had a new song come out recently. And I was listening to it, and it just was like, oh, I listened to a BRMC song to start the show. Ain't No Easy Way Out. Was from... Which album was that from? Can't remember. Doesn't say anywhere here. Is it Beat the Devil's Tattoo? Maybe that's what it was from? I can't remember. It's a long time. You know, BRMC, one of my all-time favorite bands of a certain era, I suppose. But for some reason, I've seen them more times than I've seen any other band ever. I've seen them, I think, 3 times. 2 times at the same venue. Both times with my wife. But yeah, they're a cool band. So, gonna get up to some nonsense tonight. Got a few things in the hopper, a few things burning a hole in my brain. Figure we'd get it out. Life is good. Life is great. It's everything you'd always ever wanted it to be, etc., etc. So, actually, I got a video. Found a new weirdo that doesn't produce videos anymore, but they have a whole backlog, a whole catalog of weird things to check out. There's this guy who goes by the name Sexy Vegan. Let's take a look at him. Oh, he seems well. So we're going to check out this dude. And then I got a couple specific docs to check out tonight. I think it'll be cool. Some social experiment docs. Might be interesting. Might be worth a peek. So we're going to check those out. And that'll take us to the end of the night. The night is for the boys. All right, everybody. Well, let's just get started. Let's just check this dude out. See what he has to say for himself.
Sexy vegan, so I have a really nice booty, as you can see. Jiggle it. Skinny with a big booty. Gimme that booty. Gimme that booty. I want your booty.
Oh, there you go. See, that's a talented man. So when I first saw this, I thought to myself, I was like, oh, this guy's doing a bit. This guy's doing like a character or something. And I don't think so. Because I looked deeper into like kind of his videos because I was like, you know, I don't want to watch something I've never seen before and like only come to find out I've been trolled. Although that would be funny to get trolled live on air. But still, I was just like, is this guy for real? And after seeing a few of his other videos, this is 100% sincere. Because when you watch it, at first you're like, maybe this isn't. Like, he's obviously doing a bit. He likes drawing on himself with marker. It just seems so over the top, you know? Overly extroverted. And but then you see his eyes. You see these like dead eyes he's got here. This 1,000-mile stare. This medicated look. And you realize we have found yet another person with schizophrenia on the internet.
My butt is what gets the most compliments on my body from both the guys and the girls.
Hey.
Especially the girls. Once I've had a girl ask to touch my butt. I mean, the list goes on and on. So I am 6'2", about 162 at the moment. So, yeah. I go take a big stinky shit. After I go, I don't use toilet paper. I flush the toilet. I dip my hand. I get in here. Dip 3 roughly. And then
see, like he's eco-conscious. Saving himself a little money in the process.
Flush again and dip 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dip 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Dip 10, 11, 12. Dip 12 roughly. And like it's like here. And then I flush. And I dip and I go deep in 25 times, deep in the butthole.
And I bet you that this process is pretty accurate. This is probably actually what he does. Like that many times, this process of flushing the toilet, dipping his hand in the toilet water, sticking his hand up his ass, making sure it's nice and clean.
Flush 25 times again for like 100 times. Flush, dip, get this like 6 times, and then sometimes do more around here. And so people will say that's gross, but the fact remains that when I stick a 4-inch booty rock on my belt, 7 vibrator settings and smell it, there's no unpleasant smell. And everyone else's butt you can smell from like at least a foot away. Like you go like around that area and then you can smell it. Mine you can't. Mine smells delicious. I used to use 2 entire rolls of toilet paper. After going, this gets it way cleaner. So, no toilet paper allowed in my house, or no soap. You don't like it, don't let the door hit you on the way out.
He doesn't even... Oh, shit.
Okay.
No, I didn't want that, but he doesn't even allow it in his house. He's dedicated. Dedicated. All right, hold on. Let's get back. So let's check out maybe some of his other videos. He stopped making videos 4 years ago, unfortunately. But he seems like he had some sort of following. A lot of these videos, 39K, 15K, 36K. Let's see if we can find one. And he doesn't even have that many of them either. Beautiful Vegan Messiah by Sexy Vegan. Sure. Why not?
Sexy Vegan here, so I'm just winding down here. It's like fucking 1, pardon my French. I slept during that class. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, thank you,
So,
Paul.
I'm just
Appreciate
at my
it,
place
buddy.
here. It's a lot better after cleaning it, you know, and stuff like that. So, as you can see from my previous video, not that they're all on the same day, but I went to Confidential in Beverly Hills, this trendy underground club, and there's a sign saying "Notice to Vacate." And so, anyways, so I wanted to sing my song, "Beautiful Vegan Messiah," and it's the melody of that song is not from me; it's from Disturbed's "Liberate." Because Disturbed's "Liberate" goes, waiting for your modern Messiah to liberate every... Like,
Big Paul wants to know, am I watching a Post Malone fanboy? No, this is a guy called Sexy Vegan, and I'm pretty sure he has schizophrenia. Although, you know, he probably would like Post Malone. He did just drop the hot Disturbed track on us.
now I'm getting confused with my song. Now it goes, waiting for your modern Messiah to take away all the hatred. It darkens the light in your eyes. Still awaiting eyes.
Sign him up.
So, anyways, I used to have a condo at Belmont and Sheffield that my dad got me. My dad's on Wikipedia, and I'll show the Wikipedia page, but you can just Google it yourself. It's you put in Dr. Hansel M. de Bartolo Jr. I was the third before.
So he's just over here, like, doxing his dad. He's like, his dad would be so fucking embarrassed. His dad has risen to prominence enough to have a Wikipedia page, and this is his dickhead son with tattooed eyebrows and Sexy Vegan written on his face. Yeah, go check out my dad. He'd be super proud of me. He loves Disturbed too.
Before I legally changed it to Sexy Vegan last year.
Oh, wow.
And so my dad got me a condo there, and that's where the lead singer Disturbing seen a YouTube video. David Draymond had his heroin rock bottom at that intersection. And that's where there's Big City Tap, a bar that's open till 4 a.m. every day, but 5 on Friday and Saturdays. And they knew me at that bar. I've gotten both VIP and banned from that bar. Used to not have to wait in line, even if there's long lines. They all knew who I was and stuff. And it was funny though, like when I got banned, there's like, because I used to go by Hans, short, you know, instead of Hansel, I'd go by Hans. And you can see my my previous channel, there's Vegan Hans, VEGANHANZ, and there's a bunch of videos and stuff. And so anyways, so yeah, the song, like my version of the song goes, I am the beautiful vegan Messiah.
Who could have seen that coming?
I'll liberate every living being. from captivity with my looks, talent, charisma, and empathy. And
You know, he kind of reminds me of like Quentin Tarantino for some reason. Just like his affect. And also in the looks department a little bit. And he's such a fucking dork as well.
so I sing that in my if you call my cell, it has that, and then I say a few things afterwards. And Sean Hawley left a flattering message I had on my channel, but my YouTube channel got banned 3 times, so this is my 4th thing.
I wonder if he's gonna. I hope he tells us why they got banned. I really want to know what this guy did. I have a feeling it's probably just like making threats at people. Seems like what he would do, maybe.
Under Sexy Vegan, so try not to get banned because I'm tired of having everything gone. Because I had 170 videos one time. I forgot how many I had the first time. Second time I had 170 videos gone. And this latest time I had 90 videos gone. So I have to try to
It's a whole body of
not
work.
do anything to get it banned. So not anything too sexual. That's usually, I think that's always the reason it gets banned, is overly sexual content. I mean, my first name is Sexy, so...
Like what? What are you doing on YouTube? There's so many things. I've watched videos. We've all watched videos. We've watched them together of guys sticking dildos up each other's asses to try to guess if it's a real penis or not. And that's on YouTube. What the hell did you get banned for?
I mean, I don't know. I don't think on this channel I've done anything to show my ID, but that is my legal name. I had it legally changed, and I'll make a video where I show that stuff.
Look at his,
So, yeah.
Look at his fucking eyes, dude. I can't tell if that's just the light or he's tweaking.
Alrighty. So this video is like 4 minutes long.
Products, Sexy Vegan. Go Vegan by Sexy Vegan.
Sexy Vegan here with Go Vegan.
Here we go.
This world is hell because people are making wrong choices. They are not being vegan, and that causes everyone to suffer. It might not seem that way to people.
The only people that are more annoying than vegans are anarchists. Oh, it's a little joke. Little private joke.
People that don't know what's occurring. But every animal product that you use causes everyone unbelievable pain and agony. Why would you contribute to that if you don't have to be happy? So, put down the animal products, go vegan, because it's the right thing to do.
I feel like we're watching like the footage of the real Joker. You know, remember that Joker movie that came out a couple years ago? Like, this guy is the actual guy that turns into the Joker.
Put down the animal products, go vegan, because it is so good for you. You're not vegan, you cause animals like that being caged over 60 billion, so small they can't move for years. Also, you can get cancer and heart disease. There's no cholesterol in vegan food, so the arteries are not clogged up. My brother's younger than me. He eats lots of meat. He's already had a heart attack. My dad used to go to Fogo de Chao, have exotic lambs, exotic platefuls of lamb, and he ended up getting cancer because if you're vegan, you don't get cancer. And there are people that try to put stuff out there that
Why does he have the tears? This guy is a hardcore poser.
dispute that fact, but that is a fact. Sorry, your lives don't work when the truth has prevailed. That's a sexy vegan saying.
Products, Sexy Vegan uses a little more meat on that one, no pun intended. Story behind Sexy Vegan wanting Leilani fired. Oh, there's a video. I guess maybe we could check it out, of him harassing some woman at the post office. And then this is the follow-up video to it, but it's really not. It's just him being fucking crazy. Shout out to Mark E. Wyndham. Okay. See what products he uses.
With some of the products that I use to be so fabulous. Okay, so as far as scent, I use this.
So you know it's like 2:30 in the morning. This guy's just up, tweaking, walking around his apartment with nothing to do.
It's $1 per ounce because it's $8 at Kmart for 8-foot ounces. The Bodman Most Wanted, that smells wonderful. It's vegan. If you have more money, and another thing that's good as well is the Blue by Chanel, not the regular, but the concentrate. That's vegan. They don't experiment on animals or have any animal products in it. And I call Bodman, and they are the same way. So if you're more on a budget like me and you use a lot, like I use a ton of this, I go through this like 2-3 days or something. So the Blue by Chanel is roughly half this amount for $160. So it's Blue by Chanel concentrate, so it's really expensive, but it smells better than anything. So
I mean, but not that he needs it though. His ass is very fucking clean, and it does not smell, even if you were to get only just a foot away from it.
I use the they discontinued it, but it's the Giovanni Wicked Pomade. I like that stuff. Then the Ampro Clear Eyes I use sometimes. That's cheap. This pomade I get off Thrive Market, which I think is $90 for a full year subscription to it, and then you get pretty good prices. This Clear Ice is like a couple bucks at Kmart on the Ampro. And so for my hair, I dye it every Friday with the Manic Panic Amplified Rockability Blue. With gloves on, I put on my hair, leave it for half an hour, rinse it out. They say you're supposed to just use cold water and rinse out, but I just rinse out hot water and it comes out fine. And before the first time, you have to use the Manic Panic bleach. Now, this hair dye I use, the Manic Panic, is vegan. It says right on it, and it's non-toxic. So, and you have to do the bleach before the first time. You do the same way. You just put gloves on, put in your hair, leave it in for half an hour, then rinse off. And then I like re-bleach it every other month, stuff like that. So, as far as the shave gel,
thanks to his vegan diet, his hair is not gonna be turned brittle and then just fall out by the time he's 40.
Called and they said that this was vegan. No animal products, not experimental animals. The edge sensitive. I got this black woman though, so I'm not super confident that what she's saying is true. So she doesn't strike me as knowing really what she was talking about. So anyways, I got as far as my booty bleach, I use this. This is not the usual cheap booty bleach crap. This is non-toxic. This is
So he bleaches his asshole? Is that what I'm gathering here? Wow. That's dedication. Dedication to a look.
vegan. And this I just put on every day. Once a day and what it does is it, like, people's butts, like you see another video, I don't use toilet paper, I flush the toilet and use water thoroughly clean. I used to use 2 rolls a day. I don't do that anymore. I do this method and it gets it way cleaner. So even doing that, there's still like stainage and stuff, so this bleaches it. And so it's pretty expensive and I go through it, but it's good stuff. And as far as teeth is concerned, I like Tom's because it's vegan, not experimental on animals, no animal products. And I like the anti-plaque and whitening. There's no fluoride. I don't like the fluoride. Let's see what else. I use Tom's long-lasting deodorant without the aluminum because that causes Alzheimer's. Okay, and as far as the my tattoos, this is Skin Candy Vegan Tattoo Ink right here. This on the wall I got a week after going vegan in Chicago. That's most likely not vegan. That's why it's not as good as this and this. And the foundation I use is Zuzu Shade 14. Now, you can get that at Whole Foods. It's $35 for an ounce. So it's not super cheap, but it's super good. It's not better than that cheap L'Oreal crap. And it's vegan, obviously. Okay, so what else do I use? I use the Dre's Bluetooth headphones. I use LG G4 phone. I have a couple of them. And I have the battery charger. Because with the cell phones, especially if you do it for a living like me, like with the YouTube videos and stuff, you have to always have that battery, working, right? So I have various hookups, this also, the rapid charger, the turbo rapid charger, where I charge the battery and then I flip it out. I have another phone.
Okay, so
for water, I like.
So I just did a brief little search while while this video is playing, he is kind of I guess an LA area staple. And he's been on Dr. Phil. That seems like his big claim to fame. But there's one of these things. It says he inherited $12 million and was arrested 15 times. And some of these Dr. Phil videos are pretty recent. We'll watch one of them. We'll watch a couple of them because, I mean, fuck it. I mean, this is not probably going to be on YouTube. You can check it out on Odyssey, I suppose, if you need to see the replay. But okay, let's see who he is a little bit. Let's see who he is. Would Dr. Phil be the type of man to put mentally ill people on his show?
12 million from my father, who was just like me.
He thinks it's his inheritance.
Sexy Vegan thinks that he was the favorite son and that when his dad passed away, he should get all the money.
One time, my brother tried to sue the estate. He even used my mom's credit card to spend $3,000 to contest the will.
There are portions of a $12 million inheritance that I feel I deserve now. My mom hates me because I look like my deceased dad. This is revenge towards my dad because she found out he cheated on her. And she uses his money to have power over me because she didn't have the power over him. I've been arrested 15 times.
When he left to come out to California, I told him, when you get arrested, I'm not bailing you out. He called me a week later and he was crying. He had gotten beaten up in jail. I felt bad, so I bailed him out.
I got caught with ecstasy pills. Violation of probation, assault and disorderly conduct, trespassing.
He had the bright idea that he was going to go to Hollywood music producer David Geffen's house and pitch this great idea that he had.
Security would not even tell him that I was there. I went back 3 or 4 times, and on the last time I got arrested. One time, I whipped it out right in front of everyone on a busy street and was arrested for public urination. My dog got away and was taken to the pound. When I got there, I heard my dog barking, so I hopped the fence and tried to get my dog out. I ended up getting arrested for that.
I flew to LA with $8,000 in my pocket and bailed him out, which I think in hindsight was probably not a great idea.
They wouldn't let me in this bar where they've praised me before. I'm like, you, I'm gonna go in. Then they pepper sprayed me, and then I was arrested. This last summer, I was arrested for a criminal threat. My mom didn't bail me out. I ended up doing 6 months. I was innocent of the charge. She knew I was innocent. None of these arrests were fair. The world's messed up. I didn't deserve any of that.
There are some fundamental things in life that are just core values that we have to embrace. Like one is you don't reward bad behavior. Okay, if somebody's doing something as bad behavior, like he gets aggressive with people sometimes, gets in their face and yells and screams, and that's bad behavior. And he's been arrested for that and put in jail. And the problem that I have with you is you've got to recognize that for somebody to mature, they have to understand that when you choose the behavior, you choose the consequences. This is a big deal.
I feel like this guy might have problems a little bit deeper than making bad choices and not understanding the concept of consequence. Now, that's probably a part of it, right? It has to be. But for something tells me, I got a sneaking suspicion that is not all of it, right? Seems a little off in other ways.
Deal. So big, I've printed this up for you. When you choose the behavior, when you choose the thought, you choose the consequences. Now, what does that mean to you?
Well, it is a choice. His behavior is a choice, I believe.
But the point is, when you choose the behavior, you can choose to walk around in a Speedo with a full-length mirror all day if you want to, but you choose the consequences that come with it. It doesn't pay very well.
Right.
You're making it possible for him to do it because you make it possible for him to afford it. You know why I don't do that? Because I get hungry, damn it. You know, I'm kind of a food giant, and along about dark, I start getting hungry.
What the fuck?
He sees my mom as a pocketbook.
He sees your mom as an ATM.
Really. Yeah.
And so he knows I can choose this behavior because the consequence is my mother is going to make it possible for me to do this. I don't need to get a job because my mother will pay me to not have a job. My mother will give me a car because I don't have a job to earn a car. And you say, well,
I think we get it. I think we get it.
you know, I'm afraid if he goes to jail, he'll get beat up. Well, then he'll quit going to jail.
Probably not, because he seems like he suffers from mental illness. It doesn't seem like this is like a normal parenting advice thing. Now, does that mean that she should be enabling him by giving him money and stuff like that? No. Somebody should be probably trying to get this guy help. They probably have in the past.
Right?
We'll see.
Well,
I mean, what
what you're doing isn't working. He's been to you.
I get the feeling he can't help himself.
What you're doing, he's been to jail. He's been arrested.
All right. We get it. So that guy's crazy. That was a crazy guy. That was the crazy guy video for the night. You know, those things can be funny, but it gets a little tedious after a while, especially after you've watched like so many different versions of things like that, as we have done over the past year and almost a year. It's been almost a year since we've been doing Nightcap. So we got 2 back-to-back like little social experiment documentaries. These are going to be more like real formal documentaries. There's 2 of them. There's one called Boys Alone and Girls Alone. And what they did is they took like, I think, how many did they take? 10 boys from the ages of 11 and 12, all different varieties of shapes, sizes, backgrounds, and experiences. And they decided to put them in a house with no adult supervision to see how they would adapt to the situation. So I don't know how long they stayed in the house, but we're going to find out. We'll go check it out together. Why not, right? Just me and you. Just me and you. I love you.
How protective do we really need to be of our children? And just how dependent are they on us? What would happen if children were actually left to live alone together? 10 boys from Bushey in Hertfordshire were chosen to live by themselves in this house for 5 days. Aged 11 and 12, none of them had met beforehand. The house and garden were filled with toys, games, books and paints. The kitchen was stocked with food. Cameras were put in the bedrooms to monitor the boys at night, and during the day there was a camera crew in the house. The crew didn't speak to the boys and only intervened for reasons of safety.
They gave them all one room? They're all supposed to sleep in one room? It's the whole house. How many of them are actually going to go into the bedroom when it's time for bed? If I was between the ages of 10 and 12, I'd be up all fucking night watching movies, pounding Mountain Dew. Be a great time. And it's weird because like I guess maybe from a different generation or parents from a different generation. When I was 10, I was already staying home alone, oftentimes in charge of my siblings. I have 4 younger brothers and sisters. So if I was this age, it was not that weird for me to like have the house to myself, I suppose, in a certain respect. But I don't know how long I wonder how long this experiment lasts.
The first the boys saw of their new home was when they arrived at 10:30 one Monday morning.
Whoa! Get this case! It's mine! Oh, this is lovely. See that shot? Did you see it? Yeah. I'm going upstairs, mate. Oh, I like it! Oh, yeah, we've got to have lots of food. Oh, this is great! Oh, I'm going upstairs. Oh, yeah, it's Skate That's so good. Yeah, let's go. You know my name already? How the hell do you know my name already?
There was a bell the boys could ring at any time if they needed help. They could speak to the production team, a nurse, their parents, or to a child psychiatrist who each had met beforehand. They were also free to leave the house at any time. Upstairs, there were 2 bedrooms. The larger one had 6 beds. The smaller one had 4.
Is that for it? Hey, look what I found! It's a real good house.
10 cameras had been left out for the boys to use.
Damn! Let me at it. This is an hour.
George was the first to take a picture.
George is so curious.
There were also 10 water pistols. It was Daniel who got hold of the biggest.
This is basically like watching one of those shows like Big Brother or Celebrity Sleepaway. And you remember all those VH1 shows they used to have with celebrities, and they just fill a house with booze and watch them fall apart. It's kind of like what they've done to these kids. Like, oh, here's all this candy and all these toys and all this destructive stuff. Let's see what happens, guys. Let's see what they do.
Oh, what a fat shot. Did you catch it? I just need a bucket.
Once the ice was broken, everyone began to introduce themselves.
Alex, no, let's just... Alex, what's your name? Luke, what's your name? Daniel. Oh, no. What's your name? No, sir. Pardon? Sim. No, Sim, what's your name? Mark. Mark.
Then it was time to check out each other's schools.
What school do you go to? Where's your mates? Do you live near your school?
Yeah.
Where? What road?
Beechcroft Road.
Really? Mines! Michael!
The boys couldn't believe the freedom they'd been given, and for the first hour, they just ran riot.
Tranny!
I found him!
Michael was taken to task for throwing sticky popcorn all over the carpet.
In the garden!
When we leave, in the hall, we'll put our names. Gone but not forgotten. Like they do in the subway at Queen's. George!
But soon everybody was trashing the place, as if to see what it would take to make an adult intervene.
That's like within 90 minutes, it's bedlam. They're like throwing cereal around. They're writing on the walls. They're squirting squirt guns in the house. I gotta imagine, like, right? Like, because they're boundary testing. They know that there's cameramen in there. They know that they're in an experiment. So it would probably just leave them to intuitively want to see what they can get away with, which kind of encourages the bad behavior. Because for every bad thing you do that you don't get in trouble for, there's like an escalation that occurs. And I imagine, I'm very curious how the girls handle it. I have a feeling that it does not go quite as insane so quickly.
No, that's enough. I didn't get any on your face.
Got it on my
that's
neck.
just so out of order.
Let me get some on your neck.
Yeah, on my neck.
Alright.
I'll get it paid up in a minute. I did a
little
little stripe on you.
Sure, yeah.
I'll give anybody who gave me this.
Fainted. And died. Someone's been shot. Where's my black?
No bloody bash, you dimber! Hey, go in your room.
Whoa!
Barry, I think we win.
Stay door. I ain't shot you, so. Yeah. More disabled. On the flash. My camera!
By the evening, the mess they'd made was already bothering them.
In this house, we never expected it to be like that, but I'm really upset that we had like trashed it so badly. We were trying to explore everything at once, weren't we?
Yeah, no.
And got too carried away in ourselves. Those walls are just really bugging me. What they do with it? Just really, but nothing. It's just sitting there being black and all horrible. They do anything with it. Give it that scraper thing. They can't scrape it off. Yes, you can. It's dry. Look. It's coming
See,
off.
little boys, they turn their house into what looks like a crack den. and immediately regret the decision. Immediately they're like, maybe we were a little rash. Maybe this was a little impulsive. So it's interesting to see that they've actually developed a sense of self-awareness, even just amongst themselves. You know, the one responsible kid kind of sends the message out, and everybody's like, yeah, okay, what we did is a little fucked up. Maybe we should try to create some sort of order in the house. How long before somebody executes somebody? That's what I want to see.
That's what I need the other knife.
Yeah, give me that.
Who will be to blame?
This is how desperate we are. It
There's the
doesn't
leader.
work. Oh, that's still wet. Come here, Waspy. Yes!
Give me something to wipe it with.
You idiot! That's my flipping tail, you idiot.
You're not wiping it.
In the absence of parental discipline, the boys decided to restore order themselves.
Well, if you need like...
Yes.
I see no hands. Right, see, all think of one person in your head who you're going to vote for.
Can you vote for yourself?
Vote for yourself.
You can't vote for yourself, I'm thinking.
Oh wait, I forgot
Right,
his name.
who voted for
Robert.
Robert, yeah.
One.
Who voted for Daniel?
Yay!
Who voted for George?
3 people, that's healthy, that's healthy.
Who voted for me?
That
Who
means
voted for
George? You're
Got
out.
the leader. Yeah, but then I reckon
Yeah.
George.
Yeah, 'cause
Georgie.
hi. Oh, that really hurt my eye.
Yeah, I've got...
Call me.
They just came.
They just came.
By electing George as their leader, the boys had created their own version of a parent figure. And George's first task was to gather up everyone's complaints, almost all of which turned out to be directed at Michael.
You ran into him.
That's interesting. Did they came up with this themselves? They're between the ages of 10 and 12, and they decided to take like a census or find a consensus about what were the most troublesome things in the house and how do we address them. It's pretty mature if that happened without a prompt.
Michael ran into him on bike. Daniel has been ran into a bike as well.
Yeah, but that was an accident.
Was
Yeah,
it?
but you should watch where you're going. You should just ride into people.
Did you ride into Michael?
And we know that. We know this kid's a problem. We saw him throwing the ball at that kid's head earlier. We know this kid's a fucker.
Someone's shouting Michael.
Okay, I'm gonna make a claim for Michael.
Here he goes again with his little pencil.
It's not the blooming court thing.
Gonna make a claim for Mike.
What if you come up to me and throw a rugby ball in my face?
And you threw helmets at me twice
Exactly.
and denied
Just-
it.
Hey, hang on.
After the meeting, most of the boys went upstairs to bed. Paul and Mark chose to sleep outside.
Oh, that's just evil. Time for sweeties. It's kind of like trying to...
We got one load of chewing gum.
Have we?
1, 2, 3.
Don't go to sleep with it in your mouth.
And Luke and Michael decided to sleep downstairs.
I probably wouldn't have slept outside unless my buddy was. But I definitely would not have slept in the bedroom. I definitely would have been a couch sleeper. There's no way I would be upstairs sleeping in the bedroom if nobody was making me.
I'll sleep on it. Nope, I'll sleep up here. Yeah, up here.
Stay still.
It's the morning of the second day, and after only a few hours' sleep, the boys are already getting up. There still hasn't been an organised meal, and sugar has been the main source of sustenance.
Yeah.
It's an Eskimo.
They're just living like they're living on Paper Street, like they're part of a fight club.
Futile attempts at cleaning the walls are still going on.
need to let it dry.
Yeah, I totally agree.
I agree. I'm getting another bite. Get in there, my son.
Everyone had completed a cooking course before the week began, though at this stage, you wouldn't know it. There were 2 vegetarians in the house. One was Sim. The other was Luke.
Cheese is the new cheese.
By midday, sheer hunger had pushed most of the boys into culinary creativity.
Anyway, it's me and Michael's.
I'll go get some sweets for you.
Get a fork and poke it. Oh, great, someone's blown up a pot noodle. Now that looks a bit like puke.
Is that?
Although the boys were getting on well, the big underlying issue was still about who was doing the cleaning.
Whoa.
Anyway, no, Sim hasn't done anything though. You know that, but he's never gonna do anything. He'll do it tomorrow.
Some people in this house got a problem because they want to avoid doing all the work.
I washed up this morning. At least I washed
Sim left Luke. For the whole of tomorrow.
Yeah, Sim loves to washing up.
You and Sim.
Tomorrow I'll do tomorrow. There'll be a lot more. Okay, no.
Tomorrow and
See, these fucking lazy vegans, dude. These lazy vegans, they don't want to do anything. They just want to inherit millions of dollars. Live free. Dancing sexily on the streets.
The day after then. And you got to cook everyone's meal. You clean this room.
I can't clean this room by myself.
In an hour you could.
Yeah, in an hour. I'm not going to waste my time. It's supposed to have fun, not boring.
Well, you're not meant to, like, not do anything.
I didn't say I wasn't going to do anything. I'm going to do something.
Well, start doing it then.
Yeah, I've got a headache right now.
God, everyone's done some work.
Yeah, and I am.
When?
Soon?
Soon's not soon enough.
Don't do that. That's out of order.
Sorry. Just have to do it.
I'm feeling quite tired. Why? All I've had is chocolates and ice cream.
I didn't even have breakfast.
Didn't even know. I didn't have lunch really. Because when we cook, it's horrible.
What?
When we cook our food, it's disgusting.
What food?
When we cook food,
Wasn't.
mine is.
Sweet name. Oh no, not again.
You know, it's interesting that I don't see a television. I feel like if there was a TV and or something like that, or if there's like a PlayStation or an Xbox or whatever, I bet you these dudes just sit in front of that fucking TV. Or at least half of them do.
Oh, it's so annoying. Shut up. Shut up.
Nobody likes that guy. Nobody likes Michael.
Early in the evening, Michael decided to sleep in the tent with George, but this only made them a sitting target for the rest of the group.
No way.
Okay, no, leave that.
I want to throw my
You can hit the tent as much as you want.
Alright, good, thank you.
Cheers!
He just gave us permission to hit the tent, that's fine.
No, I can.
Just not the blue side.
Not the blue side. Well, there are 2 blue sides. Which one?
Not this side, which my hands are up.
Alright. Oh, his hands are on that. You got 2 hands.
Don't tip the tent over either.
We won't.
Don't put Coke in it.
We won't.
And don't spit. Oh, I told you not to kick there.
I'm not actually kicking in anymore.
That just hit my face.
By the second evening, several of the boys were saying they were feeling homesick. It was at this point that Sim asked to see his parents.
It's because he hasn't eaten in 2 days. All he's eaten is fucking bread. Bread and chocolates and ice cream and these little chips things here.
Despite his homesickness, Sim decided to stay in the house.
Pushes on.
George, who was still trying to be a leader, came inside to look after him.
I think we can help you. This is well hard. I think I found another bit. Yeah, that is right. Come on, George. I haven't seen you for a little while. Do you want to sleep on the settee today? I'm sleeping in the tent. Are you? Yeah. With Michael, I'll always chuck him out and get you in. It's quite hard. Are you coming? What? Are you coming?
He's like, things are changing, Michael.
Do you want to help, Michael? No, I don't like puzzles. I'm cutting out. Because I have to. Because I have to.
Since there wasn't enough room in the tent for 3, George and Michael decided to keep watch over Sim while he tried to get some sleep.
Night, Sim. I know a couple of ghost stories, but I forgot now. Pardon? I know a couple of ghost stories, but I forgot them all now. And it's a really scary one. It's not a ghost, but it is a ghost. I got it off a film. What is it? Exorcist, yeah.
Seen that?
Have you?
Yeah, it's scary, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's wicked. Yeah, it just turns its head around.
Yeah. What? Still there? Yeah, of course. Hello?
Yeah, I'm still here.
I'm turning my walkie-talkie on.
Okay, I'll turn mine off. You're right. Yeah.
Is it this noise?
No. Do you absolutely have to?
Yeah. Right. Well, sort of. It's all part of the national curriculum.
Can you go inside, please?
Why?
Do you want to punch?
Yeah. I mean, no, sorry. Watch this.
Because you know...
I like this whole territorial dispute they're having now. Like, there's no reason to stay out in the tent other than that it's an exclusive place to stay. It becomes very important. And the other boys sense that. They feel like they're missing out on something because it's exclusive. So they orbit. They're not really doing anything. But now they're all vying for the power. The power of exclusivity.
I mean that.
Oh my god, they're eavesdropping.
Can you get sleep?
Yeah.
Wheelie onto the tent.
I'm going to smack Daniel in the eye.
Please keep the noise down. Sim is actually sleeping.
Sim is trying to sleep.
No, he is actually sleeping.
At 1 in the morning, Michael had gone back into the house and left George to sleep alone in the tent with Sim.
Michael got squeezed out, dude. He got squeezed out.
Who did you sleep with last night? Sim. What time did you get to sleep? About 11. You're right, Ellie. This is scary. Why? Is it scary outside? It's not scary outside at all. It's quite fun, actually. Is it there? What? 9:15. How can you eat chocolate at 9 in the morning? What? How can you eat chocolate at 9 in the morning? Because I'm starving.
This is the most like male thing about it. It's just like just eating whatever's there without any type of effort or planning or whatever. It's just like, oh, whatever, dude. I'm just gonna eat this chocolate or this Hot Pocket. Eat this fucking dry box of cereal.
The mess and lack of organisation was still bothering everyone, and there was still lots of argument about who should do what.
Someone's got to washing up and then make the pancake mixture or cook the pancakes. E.g. not me and Lou. Yeah, E.g. not me.
E.g. Sim.
Yeah. Oh no, look. Should we do your chips and sweet corn and put something else in with it? Put it in a different bowl.
Vegetarian nuggets.
Vegetarian nuggets. Yeah. Do you want
Look, are you vegetarian because you want to be or because you can't eat meat?
Sid, we're having burgers tonight with chips and sweet corn. What do you want to have instead of it's chips and sweet corn with you?
No, I'm making my own food.
Sure. We're doing it for Luke. What? It's chips and sweet corn and veggie nuggets or something.
All right, then I'll make it tomorrow. Make it for tomorrow.
Yeah. Oi! People in the house.
Shut up! I have to ask you one question. No. It's not a meeting or anything. Cool. No, not a meeting. Do you think Sim should do the cleaning now or tonight?
Now. I think you should just because that's finished for drying up now with you.
They're really on Sim. They're like, Sim, you were just not pulling your weight, buddy. You don't cook. You don't clean. You get to sleep in the tent. What the fuck?
I know that Sim's going to be too tired to do anything. Yeah, I'm too tired.
I've got a headache.
I've got a headache.
I can't. We'll fill up the paddling pool. Yeah, but Luke's in there, so you might as well do this. Yeah. Water, more water.
Shut up, you loud mouth.
Paul, I'll forget socks. Drowning me! No, we need more water. Daddy, I told you we should get proper water.
That kid's like, this is gay.
Yeah, let's
He's got a boner!
Oh, you gotta wipe your feet. You gotta wipe your feet before you
I was
run
in my
around.
slippers. I was in my slippers. No, it was.
The boys were now halfway through their stay, and this was the nearest most of them had come to having a wash and changing their clothes.
Nature finds a way. Nature finds a way.
A bit more warm in next time and it'll be lovely.
Some were also beginning to talk openly about how much they were looking forward to going home.
Yeah, we go on Saturday morning.
This not TV thing is fucking killing all of them. This is the real takeaway. They're just like, oh shit. I mean, it's cool and everything, but no TV.
Looking forward to going? Yeah. No.
I don't mind.
Just a bit, maybe.
4. Oh, that's a lot. 5.
Luke and Paul, together with Daniel, were emerging as the most assertive boys in the house, and they decided it was time for a communal meal.
Prat. Biggest prat I've ever seen.
That one, me, I didn't even turn it on. It's on fire.
They let the...
You know, I will say this, and it reminds me of being a little kid, like, talking shit to each other. Everybody takes it pretty well. Like, there's this lack of ego that goes around, where you be like, oh, you fucking idiot. And nobody gets, like, all bent out of shape and shit like you do when you're an adult. Like, if you were in a group of dudes as an adult, and somebody were to say something like that to you, especially somebody you didn't really know, you would, like, immediately turn on them.
Put the thing on fire.
Just keep hitting it. Keep hitting it.
Give it to me.
It's hot on fire.
Put that in water.
Hey, look, burn.
I know you
We're better than a tea towel. You idiot. Who turned it on? Do that, you idiot.
The seating order was to be a powerful expression of the pecking order in the house.
Oh, yeah.
No, sit here, sit here.
This is another example. It's another thing like the tent. Exclusivity. Who is on top, you know?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, because they're just like the first meal we're all gonna have like together.
I
Yeah.
know, cooked by me, Mark. Where's the smart ketchup? I ain't go for that table. I know.
Well, I'm sitting there. Who is he?
Wasn't I was just sitting there and I just got out to
He
get
was.
the
He
sandwich?
was.
He
He
was.
was. Across there.
No, you're not. You ain't sitting here. We're sitting here. Yeah, man. I sit there. I was sitting there. We didn't
Is there
like
anyone
it.
sitting at the end?
No. Well, somebody should be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I'm sitting there. I'm sitting here.
I'm
Paul's
sitting at the
there,
end,
and
I'm
Mark's
at the end.
sitting
Paul, come over.
No, you're not. We've all reserved these bloody seats. Because they're
Guest
the
of honours.
cooks, guests of honours.
Where the hell am I supposed to
At
sit?
the end.
Someone's sitting there.
No, they're not.
This one.
Nobody is. No one's actually sitting there.
There is your drink. Who's the other no one's orange? Me. I want a black one.
Yeah, that's your place. No one else is sitting there. Pure orange juice.
Oi, mate. Is like Lord of the Flies, bruv.
Pure. Yeah, well, that's them. I like mine soggy.
Except not as cool.
Where's the rest of the sweet? Oh, you're draining it. Burgers need to turn them over now. Hallelujah. Where's the oven gloves? Oven gloves.
Oh, it's not going off. Is there anything in the oven?
Yep, that's it. Oh, well, I'll have that one. I think we need to put a bit of oil on these to make them a bit more succulent. We need to put very little.
No, don't you dare. Oh, good.
What are you doing? Is that our sauce or something?
Yeah, that's the sauce.
If we make
Don't
it
put it on your
Go away! Stop complaining and go away, you stupid little freak. Okay.
Now, there is a Georgie Hagbard, but there's no Piggy, as I've seen so far. Actually, the person that would be designated Piggy would probably be Sim, this little vegan kid.
Right, just for Alex, from now on we're going to call him Alexandra.
Yeah. No, we're going to call him Alex XX. Okay, there's Georgina.
Michelle,
He's,
Danielle,
Yeah.
Lucy, Mary,
Pauline.
Pauline.
Shameful display of toxic masculinity. I hope they lock these kids up. Good thing this is the UK. Good thing this is the UK. The police will be involved henceforth.
Not me. George, Sim and Michael are doing the washing up today. Right, let's go. I think it's time to do a runner, you know what I mean? Have fun cleaning! Yeah, stay up! Where are they?
Come and go to sleep, little baby. Come over here and go to sleep, little baby. Naughty baby. Give him a choke slam. Good night, little echo baby. Get down. Oh, don't
I'm giving him a massage.
An hour after the boys had finished their first group meal, Sim was still washing up.
Hagbard says, do they have a license for that testosterone, mate? I don't know. I hope they do. I hope they got their cards. I hope they got their testosterone cards ready. Papers, please.
By agreeing to do the clearing up for all 10 boys, Sim had now finally established his place in the group. Michael had been labelled as troublesome ever since spreading popcorn everywhere on the first day. And whatever he did now, the label stuck.
Lock him out! Shut the door so we can't get out. I don't know how we're going to do it, but we're going to... Lock it up. Yeah! Attract him! Push him
tip the chair over? That'll be so skank.
Yeah, that's
No soap, no soap. Ah! Ow, don't, that's too tight. Elephant dog UK.
Don't pull the spoon.
Give him a good whipping.
Yeah, now let's leave him. Wait, I'll go into the kitchen.
No, let's tip him up.
Let's tip him up.
Should we tip him?
No balls. We're sponges. Yeah. He's untying himself.
He's a mad
Why you
genius.
help us? They're wheel skanking. I can't ride them anymore. They lift it up. No, you lift it. How can I?
By the evening of the third day, the group had divided into two gangs. The noisier boys in the big bedroom and the quieter boys in the small one. Sim decided he'd prefer to be in the smaller room.
Is this one yours?
The boys had slept very little during the week, and apart from their one group meal, they'd mostly eaten cereal and sweets.
Last night you nearly broke my nose. No, I don't mind.
The atmosphere was becoming hysterical and aggressive. Almost everything had now been destroyed. Michael was made the scapegoat, and his increasingly strange behaviour made him an easy target.
Where do they play?
They describe it as increasingly strange, but it just seems like Michael likes attention, and oftentimes negative behavior, especially when you're a kid, is a good way to get attention. People pay attention to you. Not that strange. Prabhu says in the female version of the show, they are sold into Pakistani sex gangs that the police refuse to bust because of racism. Not so lighthearted, mate. Well, actually, from the same channel, there's a documentary about Pakistani pedophile predators.
We'll give you another game.
I can't be bothered. I'm going to shout and lose my voice.
All right, me and George.
I'll play you.
All right.
No. Trust me, you don't want to lose your voice. Why not? I have practically lost it.
What time are we going home? We have to go sleep early on Friday. No. Yeah, we could have got some photos, but someone smashed all the cameras.
Die. Not be saved now. Not be saved. Not one survived. I'm a great warrior. Also, I pretty much killed everything.
Somebody has to.
Yeah, actually did. Guess who snapped the legs? Michael.
He's broken the guitar, he's broken the broom, he's broken the fridge potato. He's broken one of the chairs. He's wrecked the balls, he's broken one of the chairs.
He's done all the heroin. We've got no heroin left now. It's like if you did like the Muppet Babies version of Train Spotting.
He busted the triangle for that. He threw that outside.
And he busted that thing for the tennis table.
He threw the basketball on the roof.
And he made the tennis table collapse.
He left the ice cream out in the sun. He nicked everyone's cameras out their drawers and smashed them all.
He's a massive tiger.
No, I don't.
Wait till just before we leave, he beat him up. I'll wait till we get outside, then beat him up.
Everything we're going to clear up will be messed up in like 5 minutes. So there's no point.
I wish you could have beaten Michael out. So let's play hedgehogs while they're asleep and poke them.
Yeah, let's go and do that. We'll probably get a few blue spikes in our hand.
Yeah, see if you can break the hedgehogs as well. Everything else is broken.
Not everything. Yeah, everything.
Name one thing.
Speechless. Oi, stop it.
We're going in the garden. It's the only
out.
place where it isn't a mess. Probably isn't.
It's the only place where Michael isn't.
Prophet says if one of these kids had an iota of discipline, he would immediately become the leader. This is chaos because all these boys are retards. Yeah, I think one of them tried to become the leader. Georgie. He tried to become the leader. And it seems to no avail. He just had no inherent sway over the boys for some reason. Yeah, because you would expect like some sort of natural dominance hierarchy to form within at least the first like 2 days. Maybe if things got really desperate.
Looking for the wheel in that garden.
Why the hell have you got more money?
By the afternoon, the boys decided they wanted to speak to Dr. Scott, the program's child psychiatrist, about Michael.
Group, let's see. Show of hands. Who wants to have a meeting?
I don't
see
even
your
know what it's
finger.
about, but where's Michael?
Okay.
Okay, so they are being coached a little bit. I hear an adult woman's voice. So they're not quite alone because they had like a council meeting before, and I was wondering, I was like, what would give them the impetus for this? And Hagbert says, I think Hobbes covered this in 1600. He probably did, right? With Leviathan?
Where's Michael?
I'm on the Hoover.
Right, okay, fine. All right, okay, let's go into the bedroom then.
Oh,
I think there's one.
Go into the biggest one, because that's my...
Prophet says, yes, they need to introduce a traumatic event to make the kids step it up. Maybe the building needs to be firebombed. You know, it'd be interesting, you know, if they're doing a social experiment, so they're trying to do it pure, I suppose, as pure as you can with a bunch of kids and be responsible. Just see what they do. But it would be interesting if there were these external elements that were introduced to see how they would react. Not just react to each other, because it's a house. They know that they're safe. They know that they're being filmed. You got to introduce elements of danger that kind of supersede the meta that they understand. They understand the context of what they're doing. And that is going to change things. That changes the dynamic. So yeah, it would be cool if they actually introduce like some sort of like horrible, like somebody tries to break into the house or something like that. Just something like really freaky and see what they did. Although that would probably be considered traumatizing. Hagbert says, bring back the troubles.
My bed and so I can sleep. I'm on my bed.
In the meeting, the boys initially all turned against Michael, who watched on from his bed. He denied he'd been responsible for breaking everything. Eventually, the others agreed they were also to blame. Dr. Scott suggested the boys tried to work together more as a group. The meeting over, Michael remained curled up in his bed.
Oh yeah, we took this kid and we had everybody say that they hated him. What's he gonna do?
George!
Come on, Michael.
Does everyone know how to play Manhunt? Right, let me explain Manhunt! Cheese Hunt, you have to find the cheese!
I'm not playing till Michael's playing, alright? Because we're meant to be doing this group.
Yeah, we're a group!
Yeah, let's play Manhunt. It's well fun. Come on, trust me, it's wicked.
Do you want to play Manhunt?
Do you think I can play Monopoly?
No, I want to play Manhunt. Because Monopoly's not all about a game, is it?
So we're all going to play.
Say this is a base, but it's not. There'll be like a pole.
It's like pin the bin.
Shh, everyone be quiet.
What are we playing, Hong Kong?
Yeah, it's like a pub.
The attempts to organize a group game turned instead into something more aggressive. Hunt the Hedgehog.
Oh, did you see that move? Did you see that move?
All of these kids were arrested as soon as this was done. They were arrested. They were like, you guys are displaying behaviors that I understand are traditionally masculine. Oh, these are social constructs. These are social constructs. People are just tricked into being this way.
Inside, it kind of went. Did you see that move?
Yeah, I saw that move.
Look, watch it move, watch it.
Kill some hedgehogs.
Can't hear it, that stupid.
Bomb it.
At this point, the film crew decided to intervene.
So they killed the film crew instead. The most dangerous game is man.
Can't catch it, Mark.
Then you kept on criticising him. Then the newspapers. Yeah. I agree with the criticism.
At 10:30, Robert, Sim, Alex and George in the smaller bedroom decided to have an early night.
The quiet boys.
The rest of the group in the bigger bedroom were determined to keep them awake.
Why can I finish off masturbating?
Thanks for the advice, Robert.
Robert took on the role of defending the boys in the quieter room.
Get lost in bunch of games. I'm stuck in the drawer. Get through thick skulls. Get lost. House meeting.
Kid running around with a knife.
Oh, no, I said house meeting. Get advice, man. It works. Yeah, we finished up.
War had been declared between the two rooms.
No house meeting. House meeting. How's the house meeting going then?
It's a metaphor for what's happening in the Middle East.
On the morning of the final day, it was the 5 boys in the smaller bedroom who woke first. Having been kept up for most of the night, they decided to get their own back on the other 5 boys in the big bedroom.
Prophet says these kids are basically Fallout 4 raiders.
Cause that? No.
If they're still in bed, we can go and nick their duvet.
But no, we can't because then they'll just sneak it back. There's no point.
But if we close our door and then block it with something. Yeah, with the beds.
I like how they're all sick. They're all sick now.
Happy birthday!
Thank you.
No thanks, mate. Not today.
Get out of here, nerd. Michael's gonna stab you now.
You have it. Wow! Wow, we are. Get back. Why don't you finish off playing with each other? Unlucky! Stop in the name of the door! Alright, jam.
Uh-oh.
Heave! How do you spell? Ali, what is that? Ketchup. Oh, it's jam. Oh, dear. I'm going to toss him.
Motherfuckers.
I surrender. I surrender. Us. Come on, George. Okay. You get fright everywhere, but you know. I haven't got anything on it. 10. George has got loads of back. I surrender, I surrender, I surrender. Sam surrendered.
We call that being a traitor where I'm from.
Okay, I swear. Sam surrendered.
What is? I don't even know when this came out. It only came out a couple years ago.
Throughout the week, loyalties had been constantly shifting. With Sam's defection, it was now 6 against 4.
He's sorting out quite fast.
I want to be doing that.
No, because they're not just taking
I know, aren't we? Yeah, you're right. Yeah. I don't know.
That's what you get, traitor.
No, I don't think so.
Because they're idiots who don't let us get to sleep because they want to be cool by staying up.
All we wanted is a fun week. Meet new people. What's it earned up in? Blooming Hell's Angels. Someone painted my t-shirt. Well done. I can't stand this house now. Uh-oh. Paul, you're not funny. Your mum's funny.
You know what? In the pantheon of mom jokes, that's a pretty good one. That's a pretty good one. I'm going to use that. I'm going to keep that in my pocket. Paul, you're not funny. Your mom's funny.
Ring the bell.
Although upset, Robert chose not to ring the bell for adult help.
You're right, Ron. Yeah. Is he two-faced? Probably.
They were now in a state of siege, waiting for the week to end.
Seems like the quieter guys, the more with like self-awareness, sense of responsibility, whatever you want to call it, they have a sense that maybe they're going to get in trouble at the end of this because of how fucking destroyed the house is. There's like it's not really guilt, it's just like awareness, like, oh shit. These other little kids, these marauders, these Fallout 4 raiders, they don't care. They don't care. They're just here to claim their territory. Enjoying the day's rations of buttered toast and dry Cheerios.
Yes, so good! This is for waking us up this morning.
This is a day where I don't want to get wet, alright?
You woke us up really early in the morning, so you're gonna pay.
You've done everything
Yeah,
right.
3 nights in a row, you've woke us up 60 times.
We can't get to sleep in the past
You smell. Yeah, but we didn't wake you up though.
Yeah, you've been coming and going.
Yeah, you smell. Have the bite, Paul. I don't really care. Ah, you have it. Yeah, you woke us up.
It wasn't me. Wasn't me.
You opened the door and got caught, for God's sake. You can't say it wasn't you.
Did I?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Boom, 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 boom.
I'm all ears, Sim. I want to be your friend.
I do.
You've turned Sim against me. Alex, please. You're my friend, come on. It doesn't have to be like this.
Yes, it does. Get out.
I will.
He's like, I'll take my pocket pussy and go.
You're my friend, Alex. Huh? You're my friend.
It's always the bad kids. The bad kids are always the ones to saddle up next to you first. They're always just like, hey, what's going on, buddy? Seems like you're not talking to anybody. Come on, have lunch with us.
Don't back me up, boy. You're my friend.
Let's smoke some crack.
Robert, you're my friend. Hey, you're my friend.
That's like, this kid looks like such a psychopath. Hold on.
Robbie, come on. Can we put this all behind us?
This kid right here. He's like a little bit of a psychopath. Are you my friend?
Come on, we can be friends again.
Turn over a new leaf.
No,
Right.
Shut up.
I've already covered all my clothes in cream. So.
Are they literally just trying to sleep it off? They're like, we got one more day, boys. Let's just stay in here and not do anything fucked up. Want to go drown some kittens? Are we friends, mate? Come on, bruv. Come over here. Check this out. We got this little hedgehog. They got the hedgehog. And they got a hose and a bucket and a pool. Oh, see, this fucking traitor, he's back now. Now he's back with the quiet boys. It's like 1:30 in the afternoon.
That'll do, Mom.
Should we go downstairs and have an apple fight?
Alright, right, come on, let's go.
So let's go trash the place a bit more.
Bro.
Hagbard says a bit of the old ultra violence. Oh yeah, these kids are droogs. These loud boys, they're droogs.
Ah, watch it. Drop tomatoes. Is that it was?
Oh my god. I can't, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh my god, like act all like if I was 10 years old, 12 years old in the same situation, I would have fucked that house up probably. I probably would have fucked that house up. I'm not going to lie.
Okay, move on to the dining room.
Nathan! Open landed in a box. I'm championship of making first diaries.
Just like it.
I'm not telling you making
This kid Sim's over here looking for tofu.
Or a rough place for first diary.
Oh my god, there's the rice in the dining room.
This mug's supposed to clean.
Clean
Let
it
down,
down,
rough man.
We're going in there.
It's a snowball fight and no one's sliding. Yeah, we're on my nose. Snowball! We're doing it fast. Good tidings we bring to you and your king. We wish you a Merry Christmas. That's very useful.
We've gone through a lot of phases, like they're very destructive in the beginning and then kind of immediately regretting it, thinking they should clean up the house. They tried to form some sort of hierarchy, tried to have dinner together. And then at the end, on the last day, when they know they're gonna be able to leave, they're just like, just fucking wreck it all. Pure hedonism.
This is not fair!
No, the film hasn't.
On Saturday morning, 5 days after entering the house, the
Hagbert says, fully, little boys are savage retards. That's why they need fathers. Prophet says, when I was a kid, my buddy made the big fat triple-decker PB&J, took 2 bites of it, and yelled, fuck the kids in China, and slammed it in the trash can as hard as he could. Still one of the funniest moments of my life. Reminds me of these kids. Yeah, no, this really is kind of takes you back. Takes you back to a time in your life where you were just pure primal energy.
The boys rejoined their parents.
I hope to God the parents have to go in the house and look at the house. Please let the parents in the house. They're living like fucking the people, like, it looks like a flop house from Trainspotting. Yay!
During the children's stay, their parents had been able to see a live transmission of what had been going on.
Oh!
Why did you trash the place?
Oh, because we just got annoyed.
Annoyed with what?
Everything, basically. Especially Michael.
Why? Well, Michael started the paint for it.
Yeah, I know.
Did you clean your teeth at all?
Hey, look, Lee, go see the
Good boy.
What an experience.
What a magical experience.
Fantastic experience.
Like him. It looked a real mess.
Thank you.
Proud of that wave.
Yep. Good. That's George. I never know who's they are.
Did you make anything? Just break things?
I've seen everything.
Look, it's all lovely. How could you do this? What's this with the ice cream here? How could you do this?
And don't think if you drop one piece of paper on the patio, you don't get clipped round the ear hole still.
Oh my God, Mum, look at the cereal on the floor.
Oh my God. I cannot believe it.
Prof says, did you clean your chompers, mate? Kid's teeth looks like a fucking telephone pole exploded on their best day. Oh my goodness. Little British humor for you.
Look at it round there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so awful.
Just look down.
Did you all do that in one day? What have you done to your bed, darling?
See, they should have they should have let the parents in the house to like survey the scene. Okay, so we saw the boys. We saw what they were up to. Let's see what the girls are up to. So there's another one. Same experiment. This time with little girls. I have a feeling it's going to go a little bit smoother. It's going to be more catty. It's going to be more passive aggressive. There's probably going to be more clicky. More like defined clicky. It's not going to be like the boys. The boys, it was more like amorphous. It kind of fell into cliques and groups at the end based on like who was the most tired. Who is just the most tired of the scenario. So let's see what the girls do. Same house, I think.
Bushy, Hertfordshire.
Bye-bye. Have a good time.
These girls, aged 10 and 11, are getting ready to live on their
Prophet says the walls are going to be covered in Pakistani dick cheese.
own for a week, without adults.
See, as somebody that grew up in New England, wicked was a turn of phrase. We used to say everything, oh, that's wicked. Wicked cool. I'm glad to see that they still do that in the UK, because I don't think that's really such a thing anymore. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've spent any time in New England, so it could still be a thing, the wicked thing. But I can distinctly remember my 3rd grade teacher, Mrs. Cohen, who's now since passed, R.I.P. She'd be like, "Why do you say that? What does that mean? It's evil? It's bad? Why do you say it's wicked?"
During their stay, the 10 girls will have to look after themselves. Though if they need help from an adult or from the nurse, they can ring this bell. And if they don't like it, they...
Okay, so the boys that never rung the bell. That little nerdy kid looked like he might, but it never actually happened. What do we say that one of these girls probably rings the bell? I feel like the bell is going to be rung. I could be wrong, but I feel like at some point the bell will be rung.
Can go home.
Oh my god! Right now I need my mum. Hello. Sorry, I've stolen this bed. Oh, it's going near the window. We're moving my beds there.
There are 2 bedrooms, one with 6 beds and the other with 4.
Stay in there. Oh, what the hell are you?
So they're already separating. Already. That's the first thing they do. That's the first thing they do is try to decide a tribe before they've even spent a day together. Interesting. Hagbert says at least one of these girls is going to develop an eating disorder because of this experience.
Wow, look at that. Mine.
Chocolate!
Oh my god, Chinese.
Some of the girls quickly make friends.
Whipped cream.
It seems like, I don't know. Okay, so we didn't get to see a ton of what the boys had in terms of food. It seems like the girls are a little bit more well equipped with frozen foods and stuff like. Although I did see that kid in the last kind of few minutes of the last documentary eating a frozen pizza, which leads a lot of things open in your mind, like a lot of questions about why they weren't eating frozen pizzas and stuff for the few days before it. But I guess that is just the code of the little boy. He's just like, I'll just eat fucking cereal and ice cream. I can just pull it out. I can just eat it. They're going to have meals. They're going to have a lot more actual meals.
And Kaylee are the first to check out what food there is.
Chick's doing whippets, dude.
Nice.
Oh, whippets.
They've been in the house an hour. Alicia finds the paint.
What is the deal with kids
We're
and...
allowed to do whatever we want. There's no rules. Anyway, we're only doing nice ones.
We're doing nice pictures.
We're adding our own touch.
Yeah. I just can't wait for the first night, and we can all have a party.
The boys are just smearing paint like it's feces and writing hi. And the girls are like, we're going to draw flowers. We're going to write our names.
No, we should do music, is there? We should do a fashion show. That's cool. I know.
And my mum's going to be appalled when she sees what I've done. It's going to be like, oh, I let you go on TV, and now look at the state of you.
Meanwhile, Gabrielle is carrying on the painting upstairs.
Oh my goodness, what have you just done? We just Look at Maya. That's pretty cool.
But guys, all this stuff this is based on social construct. I mean, these girls could just be little boys had they been reared differently, right?
You just ruined the wall. Exactly. My mistake really looks like art.
I know, you could do.
Rather than join in with the painting, 2 of the girls head for the kitchen.
How much water did you put in it?
Nearly half a glass.
What?
Sade tries to make cakes.
Don't eat it, I wouldn't. That would make you ill.
Sherry takes charge of the cooking and prepares their first meal.
Onions. I'm not too keen on onions.
It's okay, I won't put too many in then, okay? Oh my god.
Guess we found our queen bee.
So whatever you're making, it's steaming.
What?
The frying pan's steaming.
I needed to know that. It's okay. We'll put some mince in it and
so gets on my nerves.
Who?
Took the whole bag of crisps upstairs.
Yeah. Who said that? She's being so
That
annoying.
girl, cooking.
She keeps telling us.
Charlotte.
She's acting like mum. She keeps telling us. Can we have a pat?
She goes, well, if they don't like it, that's tough. And then she goes,
See, this is the difference between boys and girls. Like most, like explicitly, is that little boys don't know how to articulate these emotions, these feelings, right? They have to kind of sit with it a little bit longer. They're more willing to kind of just experience it as a whole before they really come to terms with what is going on. But little girls, like immediately identify things like this. And then they talk about it and complain about it.
you're not having any crisps or fruit winders until after dinner. So I just took a packet of
Well, as far as I saw, that's not what she said. She said you might want to stay away from sweets because dinner is coming.
crisps. Exactly, so that's why I took a packet of crisps and a packet of fruit winders.
Who's hungry? Let's go and have a look and see what it is. It's probably poison.
I just want pasta. I don't want any bolognese.
Can I give you that? She's actually being quite fussy. No, you can't. You've got to have this particular amount of pasta.
Sherry has made the main course. And for pudding,
They're already having a fucking a formal dinner. Their first night there. And it's because of this chick. It's because of this little girl. She's already got them in a line. She's already got them in a row. They've already identified, like, oh, okay, well, we have these needs. May not like this person. I may want crisps or whatever. I'm going to be a bossy little bee. But I'm still going to come and have dinner.
there's another cake made by Sade.
Don't put your fingers over it. Other people have to eat it.
Oh, bolognese. Thanks for getting this tea ready for us. Can I have some more? Do you want some more? Can I have some more?
No.
Have you seen how much washing up we got out there? And there's 2 dishcloths. I've already washed up. No, you're a mess today. If people have done dinner, can't we wash up? No, we need 3. Yeah, one to wash, one to dry, and one to put away. And I've already put away.
It's crazy. They're like real human beings. They're like real, like little people. Boys are just fucking just animals. Just fucking little wild animals. They didn't have any of this kind of structure, anything that first night they were there. Not even close. I'm very curious to see how this develops. This is actually more interesting because the little boy thing, being a man, having been a little boy, like it's really easy to identify and just be like, yeah, okay, I understand where they're coming from, how this develops, but this is kind of fascinating. They truly are our betters. Holy shit.
Pick up the sweet. Get up on it, right? I know what to do.
As Sherry continues to clear up, Nikki and Jessica organise a fashion show.
Because it doesn't require all of them to be in charge and head things up and clean and whatever. Most of them are going to be like regular little kids. But they're much more like amenable to falling in line when they sense a structure where they feel like they can get something from it, when they need something, whether it's like food or whatever, like we just saw. I wonder if that continues.
Now here is Jessica modelling a sparkly t-shirt. And it's la-da-da, la-da-da. And then I stand here and I just sing my heart out. And at the end of it, I go, mwah, and then we...
She's dead.
Sherry is preparing a surprise for the other girls, a party room.
What in the world is that? Oh my goodness.
She's like, no. What- I thought you were one of my friends. I'm sorry.
I can't remember. But I spent most of the day trying to pick that up.
What a bitch.
I'm not gonna let you eat that. I'm not gonna let you eat that.
Why? What's wrong with it? It's white.
It's not going to be edible.
Why?
Look at it.
Oh well.
Adult, help.
Why do you want
someone?
Oh, Jesus Christ. It's like pizza. No, it's
Oh my god.
This time, it's Gabrielle who starts clearing up, and everyone else joins in.
Hey, at night. Always. Yeah, rub everything off the wall. Yeah?
Oh my arm.
I don't think we should have painted on the walls first of all.
This is fucking crazy. This is fucking crazy. I mean, I don't know. This is fucking crazy.
It was her. Because she started me. It wasn't me. She started it. It was me and what's her name?
Suddenly, a cat appears. It's crawled under the garden fence. Justine takes charge of the cat.
Justine, let the cat go. What would you do if someone took your cat?
Just let the cat go. Just let go. Let go. Justine, that cat is probably petrified.
Raise your hands if you think the cat should be able to go back outside.
What?
That's what I mean.
No, let it go.
It wants the milk.
Leave the cat alone.
Did you see the look on its face? It was burying itself in that because it was so petrified.
Over 5 people were saying, let the cat go. And she goes, no.
Yeah, and then it will eat.
It's scared because you're there.
Sherry, get up.
Sherry, it's scared because you're there.
Yeah, and if she could...
Prophet says Isabella Loretta Jank takes control of the cat. Look up Chris Chan.
If it leaves the cat in there, then I will move my bed personally and get into the other room. And if it stays over a night, then I will just go ballistic, believe me.
I'm just going to go really ballistic.
Just let it do what it's like. Come on, let's go downstairs. Yeah, no, leave it. It wants to go. Leave it. It wants to go, okay? I have to go downstairs anyway.
Shh, they're coming. It better have gone.
It's there.
Yep, it's gone. Good.
Good. But I'm well annoyed with Justine.
They're so catty.
Minutes later, Justine pours water over Sade's bed.
What? See, that's what I was thinking. I thought like some of the things they would do, there would be more cruelty. There'd be more weird, passive aggressive things like that. Like that's a perfect example. Just like pouring water in somebody's bed. That's pretty fucked up.
Sade, thinking that Gabrielle is responsible, decides to drench Gabrielle's bed.
You squirt my bed, I squirt yours. Gabrielle's trying to squirt me in water. Squashing! I don't do it in my eye. I'm not shooting!
You get yourself together.
Just no, let us have a water.
What'd you do?
I don't know.
What happened?
You whacked the gun in my eye.
Well, that happened to me as well. I was hit in the eye.
What's her name? Sherry's upset.
Why?
Probably because I accidentally knocked her in the eye. What's up?
What's up? What's wrong? Oh, is it because your pyjamas are wet? What happened anyway?
They got upset because your duvet's wet.
You and your mum and dad. Do you want a hula hoop?
Sherry has a further reason for being upset. Earlier in the day, Gabrielle had told her she was useless.
Gabrielle. Oh, it's nasty. That is really, really
Well,
nasty.
I'll tell you something. You are not useless. Because remember your lunch you made? You worked really hard. You slaved in that kitchen.
Oh.
You are so not lazy.
Happy days when Jesus was, when Jesus was.
Because we've only been here a few hours, really.
A few? It seems like a long day though.
Oh, gosh.
1:30 a.m, 14 hours into their stay. Sade goes next door to where the other girls are.
Prophet says, boys don't pull this shit because we end up just fucking each other up, which is true, right? The element of violence is much more apparent. That's how, like, men and boys, that's how we express discontent. Girls, they don't. It's more of a psychological thing. Not to say that some girls can't, like, attack each other. I've seen some ratchet videos, but yeah. They won't be so passive-aggressive when Abdul Jamal Muhammad Jumanji shows up. You girls are looking to make some money?
Sleeping.
Get in this van, please.
She's taken our duvet. It's not funny. Nicky wants her quilt. Nicky wants it. That's not her. Yes, it
tell
is.
her to get it then.
It's not bloody well hers anyway,
Yes,
Shane.
it is. Go, Chaz. Go, Chaz. Stop being gay! You are. Go away!
Gay Oompa Loompa.
See, I like that all children revert to that. Calling each other gay.
Bring in the water pistol.
Okay, everybody, let's all run in a wreck there. I'm just getting so fed up. Come on. We want our duvet. We want our duvet. We want our duvet. You're not getting your duvet. You're not ever getting your duvet. We want our duvet. We want our duvet. We want our duvet. We want.
Sherry stays asleep throughout.
We want our duvet. We want our duvet. We want our duvet.
Believe it. It's not their duvet. It's the house's duvet. We've got the same right to use it as them.
Hold this. I need to go get some stuff from downstairs.
So?
No, just hold it.
So they're locking them in there?
She was using someone else's. They had
That's pretty clever. Like, that's pretty smart. To understand that you need, like, leverage like that to use your weight in a more effective way. I gotta say, that's pretty clever.
Hey, whipped cream.
No, she's like, no. Give it to me so we can power up. Yo, hit me with some of that whip it.
You were nice again.
I didn't say
white
shush.
paint in my hand. I'll come out and squirt the white paint in your eyeballs. I'm not joking.
Hang on, it's like paint. That's paint.
You stupid idiot! I'm doing skipper rope. You just burnt her fingers through the door. Let's go off the road.
It wasn't me. Getting out now and going to the bathroom.
No,
Things
she's
are
hurt
escalating.
herself, for God's sake.
I just thought I was the luckiest girl in the world. It's really, really, really not always quick.
She's caught her finger through the door.
Uh-oh.
Breakfast!
How are we going to clear the table? We're going to have to eat on the carpet. Come on, eat on the carpet.
Sade has cooked sausages and bacon for breakfast.
Smooth operator.
Fire's coming out.
That's raw ass bacon.
Is that cooked?
The bacon was stuck down my throat. It is.
Yeah, it is. It's lovely.
It doesn't look good, but it is.
It's really greasy.
You are obviously a very bad cook.
Guys, it doesn't look like it's cooked, but trust me, it totally is.
Kaylee, don't. She's just dried off her bed. Please. Kaylee. No, I'm afraid.
During the course of the morning, an argument's broken out between Kaylee and Sade.
No, stop.
Gonna have to throw water on her, the bitch's bed.
Get the skipping ropes, get the skipping ropes. Kaylee! I will. Kaylee, don't! Oh my god. Kaylee! Yeah?
Charlie tries to sort things out before they go too far.
Keep the door shut! Do you want paint on your head? Why? Please, just pour it away. Please. Nikki, put some water in that. Tip that out. Nikki, please just pour it away, please. Where? In the bathroom, please, just pour it away.
Charlie is won through, for the time being.
Don't do that! Exactly. 1, 2, 3.
What's the matter? Me and Kaylee have had an argument, and I'd poured a whole bowl of water over her head. And she's been trying to put stuff on my bed.
She's so flexible, isn't she, Jessica?
We want to arrange a meeting, you know, about what we're going to do. Because the mess, it's bugging people an awful lot, you know.
It's not bugging me, it just reminds me of my bedroom.
Since the upset of last night, Sherry has been staying away from the other girls.
Everyone at the table!
Charlie arranges a meeting to sort out who should do the cooking and the cleaning.
We can't have it everywhere. Jessica!
Yeah, but I'm better at tidying bathrooms and bedrooms than I am kitchens.
Huh? There's more mess downstairs.
Exactly, that's why I want to go upstairs.
Okay, so who's doing the cooking tomorrow? I don't want to cook, I don't know how to cook. First it was Sherry. And second it was her thingy. What's that? Sherry. First day.
You two. No, don't write
I
that.
can't remember how to spell your name.
S-A-D-E.
I wouldn't write my name down so fast.
Why? Are you wanting to go home? Don't worry.
You want to leave us?
We're not that bad, are we? We are actually.
Oh yes, this is definitely them pitching into hell. Really like this meeting.
Just checking if we need to clean it. I'll scrub it up, dump and scrub it into scrub.
No, come on.
It has leaves on it.
Look, it's not going to work. Oh my.
This is the result of anything you ever do in your life as a group. There will always be 3 or 4 people out of the 15 that do almost everything. All the other people need to be specifically prompted to what they need to do, their activities.
Funny water at the bottom of it.
No.
You're going to crack in seconds of water.
Come on, play thingy.
Come on, let's go. Ready, go.
Now stop
Come on, let she's out.
Despite the rotas drawn up earlier in the day, everyone prepares their own evening meal.
Oh no, there's too much ketchup.
Straight ketchup on bread?
Evil pancake.
That is one weird pancake. A sandwich, like a pizza. Do you think you can colour pizza with food colour? It's possible.
Mine's going to be this last one that's cooking. Because your friend wanted one first, so she...
The lion. Lord? The lion went to the wardrobe.
Yes.
While the rest of the girls play charades, Sherry has gone outside.
Sherry's the Joker.
I think we should go to bed because it's really late.
I'm not tired.
3:30, but we will be grumpy in the morning. Night.
I think we should play. I want to go to bed. I just want to do something really active. They're boring. I'll just go up there and annoy them and make sure they don't get to sleep.
I haven't pounced on you two yet.
She's asleep. I'm not. Go away. Hi. Stop it, it's not funny. We're trying to get to sleep.
Oh, they were so happy. They were so stoked when they could get that shot with that fly. They're like, oh, this is so good.
Though the rotor hasn't worked so far, Kaylee and Shaz, best friends since day one, take their turn to do the washing up.
You know, it's what makes this more interesting is to see the dynamics of who actually like falls into the mode of controller, of like leadership. There's like different tiers, but they actually like get things done. Little boys, like, not so much. Not so much, you know?
I occasionally go to the hairdressers.
Like, this person took a bath or a shower. Little boys, no.
To get the split ends cut off.
Whoa!
Some of the girls have set up a beauty salon.
I'm another customer. I didn't put the plug in.
Wait, you're sacked.
Why?
Because you're not doing it right. She's not supposed to have her eyes open. She's not supposed to choose either.
She wants a natural look. I want to do her makeup.
No, because you don't work at this salon.
Yes, I do. It ain't
Don't let her. Don't let her do your homework. You don't work here because you didn't get your job license. She got her job license. You haven't.
Sherry's upset. I think she wants to go home.
When is Sherry not upset, girls?
Is she breathing? She might have slit her wrist. Check her arms. Well, she might have. She looks ill. She looks dead.
Yeah. I'm going to see if anyone drank it. Because if they have, I'm going to kill them. Because that was my special lemon juice.
I'm colour blind. Blue. I'm colour blind.
Come on, let's go. Just going to say you do it. Come on. Hopefully, so she doesn't. Do you want to? No, she does. Do you want to go up to the room for a while? Yeah? So you don't want cameras following you.
When they say girls are more empathetic, I think this is what they're talking about.
You're going home now? Yeah. Come back on Saturday to see you all. And then
You're going home now?
you're going.
Yeah.
You can't go. We love you. You help us cook the food as well. Yeah. Please don't go. No, I've got to spend hours on your makeup so you'll stay longer. No, I haven't done your makeup yet. I always remember you, Sherry, you know that, don't you? We'll see her on Saturday. Where's Sade? This is not fair. Where's Sade?
While Sherry's been getting ready to leave, Sade has locked herself in the bathroom.
She wants to. She wants to. What about Sade? Sade doesn't mind. Sade!
What a quitter. She was too adult. She was too real. She saw things too clearly.
Am I going to bring a new girl in? Who the hell did your makeup? You. I haven't finished yet. Sade! Hi, Sade. What's the matter? Sade!
She's backed up.
Sade is still locked in the bathroom.
Sade, that's you. What's the matter? Why? Because I'm writing whoever it is a note.
Once again, Charlie takes on the peacemaker role.
It's hard. There are so many possibilities. Maybe she's trying to escape.
Maybe she's suicidal.
Nice watch.
Can you look under the door and take that?
After Sherry left, Nikki and Kaylee went straight back to bed.
Come on, what is up? Is it Sherry? Just tell me, yeah. Sherry? Sherry, as in, yeah, right.
What does it say? Jessica hates me.
Should I go to speak to Jessica?
Yeah, I think you should.
Have you said anything nasty?
No.
Nothing
I
at
like
all.
her. I don't know why she doesn't like me.
She does. Huh?
And she says I'm her problem.
I don't know. Jessica doesn't hate you. She just told me.
It comes to me. What does it say?
I am not eating.
Right, if you need to leave. What the hell does that accent mean?
When you don't eat and you think you're fat.
Oh, come on.
Okay, so just come downstairs.
No, until
Time, you'll just have to have my gross chicken nuggets and pizza, I'm afraid. And I feel so awful. I don't care about what's happening to me. What is the matter? Are you suicidal? What's the matter? Because I spoke to Jessica and she really likes you.
Oh, that face is supposed to do first. I bet you've been dying to do that.
3, 20, 8.
Jessica and Sade decide to patch things up between them.
Not the little box. I'll go and put it on the other unit so no one knocks it over.
How many fingers? Sade?
Yeah?
Do you like me?
Yeah?
Are you sure? Have I been mean to you?
No.
Well, if I have, I'm sorry, okay?
Okay.
Go! They've got the plate on the bed. So we can play forevermore, more. Bang, cats in the alley. Bang, bang, gonna hypnotise, gonna paralyse, gonna turn around and faint.
Later on, the girls gather in the corner of the room where Sherry had slept to tell stories.
He strapped him to a bed and they attached a hook to his neck and ripped his skin off. And then the man took all his body guts out of his...
Now, how much of this do you think is like propagandistic? Where they're, with the little boys, they kind of showed the warts and all, destructive behavior, not cleaning the house, not being able to form like kind of a group, an economy of sorts between each other. With the girls, they're kind of really focusing on just the emotional aspect of it, but they're not really spending a lot of time on all the other aspects. Is it because it's not there? Or is it because they're trying to present a picture that girls just rock? Now, granted, I think girls are just more structured. They just have more of that like innately inside of them in terms of like how they go about their business, even from a very young age. But everything has an angle. Everything has an angle. Generally, things are created like this. If you have a juxtaposition between boys and girls, it's usually to prove a point. I think they're trying to prove a point that like girls just on the at writ large are more responsible when they're younger, or more responsible in general, more capable.
Liver in that and hung them up on a little nail and he goes, "You are mine forever. You're my treasure." What are you going to do with the bed?
I'm just putting my quilt in here. And my mattress.
The girls from Sherry's bedroom move in with the others. All 9 girls are now crammed into the smaller bedroom.
My elbow went down there.
Watch this, it's a slide. You ready? Whee! Oh, actually, that's quite fun. Hey, you guys, it's a boy.
She got it to me.
Charlotte's asleep. I can't help it.
That would wake her up and really the fussy mood.
Listen to this voice.
Most of the girls are asleep by 2 a.m, but Sade, Gabby and Chaz stay up.
What's Carol on her?
You know, surprisingly enough, no farting from the boys. The girls, farting like crazy, apparently.
It was a disturbed night. The girls continually woke each other up and didn't finally settle down until 4 o'clock.
No, Sade never got to sleep. She was such a mean person last night. Do you know what she did? She stuck cheese up Alicia's nose.
She stuck cheese up
No.
my nose.
She was horrible. She made me tell stories.
Disgusting.
Really? She would not let me stop it.
It was disgusting. She was chained to a chair. A tree in a village, and the man kept coming and kept feeding her and licking her boobs.
But
That's what
no,
she
that was
said.
your idea. You got.
What?
She goes,
Actually has.
every time he raped her, she enjoyed it.
Yeah, that's what she
No,
said.
I didn't.
She goes, yeah, she goes, and then he put butter on her right the way up. 1, 2, 3.
Gavin, wake up! Sade put cream cheese in your hair.
No.
Tried to put it up your nose, and then she took it out of your hair and wiped it on your leg. Right. See?
Charlotte.
Oh, you've got it all over her bed.
What?
That's really out of order. She can have your sheet then.
Yeah,
And you got it
yeah,
all
right
over her pyjamas. And that's really nasty. I wonder who would be out first if this was like Big Brother and you got voted out.
Oh, God.
Me.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. So if we had to vote someone out, who would it be?
I don't know about Sherry.
Look, honestly, just say who you'd vote out. I would vote off Sade.
You said
Not
so.
Sade. Bravo. Alicia, who do
Well, yeah, because Shada's being the most of an asshole, but it's interesting they bring into the circumstances here. They're bringing into their kind of knowledge of other things, pop culture, the ability to do these kinds of things. Like, it seems much more socially constructed with girls than it does with, like, the boys. The boys are all primal energy. And the girls kind of, where there is definitely that, like, primal aspect to it, but they seem to also include all of these other provisions. These, like, social pressures, the self-awareness of, like, the outside world. In a way that I don't think the boys kind of did, but it's the circumstances they're in. The boys kind of understand the circumstances they're in the sense that, like, whatever we do here doesn't really matter. We're not going to get in trouble. Where the girls have kind of an innate sense of, like, oh, well, you know, maybe we should kind of hedge our bets a little bit. Maybe we shouldn't be so crazy. Like, the boys basically take the bait. You know what I mean? Like, the first day the boys are there, they go fucking wild. They're painting and blah, blah, blah. The girls kind of do the same thing. They take the bait, kind of. But by, like, a few hours in, they're like, oh, no, we shouldn't be doing this.
Justin, who would you vote off?
I've done it already. Sade.
Oh, no, you haven't voted yet.
No, she hasn't either.
She has.
Sade. 3.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, you didn't. Yes, you did. 6.
It is 6. I'd vote off.
7.
No, 6.
7.
I said my
You've
vote.
got
They're creating a villain. They're creating the villain for the rest of the story.
She's got 7.
7 votes. Well, maybe you should think why you were getting voted out.
Yeah, well, they're only having fun. Those, everyone thinks I'm annoying, but could it be that they're boring because they don't do anything? What's the point of coming to a house where there's no adults if you're not going to do anything fun? That's the point of coming, so you can do what you want.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but
And they go into bed early.
Got
What
that
is the point?
the masculine
You've got
energy.
a
go to bed early. We've all the time we've stayed up until past midnight.
It's so late.
Yeah, well, it's quite late for me.
What time do you go to bed? 6.
Alicia's really upset.
Why?
You keep teasing her.
I didn't. I just said, well, how come you think 12 o'clock is late? Well, I didn't say my opinion.
12 o'clock is late.
She said her opinion, and I said mine.
Yeah, but you keep teasing her. She's really upset.
Well, I'll say sorry to her, but I don't know where she is.
You're making everyone upset today. Seriously, you made Gabby upset. You made me cry today. And you look about proud of it.
That's why I'm standing for my head.
Lunchtime. Sade stays away.
Oh, we don't know if Sade's drowned in the bath. Should we go stuff tissue paper in her ears?
I like how all of their innate concern, like Sade's in the bathroom for fucking hours the day before, and now they're just like done with her. They're just like, nope. Oh, I wonder what she's doing. Maybe she's dead.
Put this in her hair. She has drowned in the bath. Okay, are you annoyed at Charlie? No.
Oh, she's back in the
Are you
bathroom.
annoyed with anyone in the house? Is that... Oh, no. Is it me? Are you a werewolf? Okay. Open the little keyhole door bit. I want to see if you've got fangs.
Eventually, after 2 hours, Sade comes out of the bathroom.
Come on, Sade. What's the matter? Can we help you again? You're quite like a movie star.
Oh, yes, it's turning brown.
She comes downstairs to cook for everyone. The same meal that Sherry had cooked on the first day.
Oh, it went green! The bacon's gone green as soon as I put it in.
Didn't mix it properly. Or did you put the pasta and then put this in? Oh, right. Okay.
Leave it alone. If you're not going to eat it, leave it.
I'll spill it. Should I put all of those in?
Justine starts cooking for everyone too.
For a big cake?
I mean, she didn't even taste it. How can she say it's horrible?
Exactly. She looks manky. I'm a starter with a bloody nose.
We have to do it like that. It's come out. Yay!
Oh, it's got cream all over it.
Let's see. Really nice. No fingers.
Why didn't you ask? Because some people don't like
Tough.
Oh, tough.
Yeah. Stop moaning. Lovely. Go get a big knife and go. There are no knives. There isn't. Well, can you wash one up then? You can always shape it into a little ball.
No washing up has been done since yesterday morning.
For you to scoop the cake up with, and this is spoon.
Well done.
And some napkins.
Thank you. Before that was a nicely decorated cake. Now it just looks like a splodge of poo.
Thanks, and it looks just like a splodgy poo you find on the floor. Imagine what you...
You have a big one. Sade, now would be a good time to fart. Are you smiling?
Once again, Sade is upset.
She does! She has the most! What did she say? No, people who lock themselves in the bathroom get attention. Yeah. Oh, she's packing. So you're gonna go home in your pajamas?
Look how quickly they adapt and understand the paradigm with Sade. Look how quickly they're just like, oh, this is an attention seeker. What is she talking about? She locks herself in the bathroom.
She's not gonna go home.
And it's not like impressive they understand it. It's like they can articulate it. That's what's interesting. They can articulate it. They can actually say it to each other and discuss it. Whereas little boys would be like, I don't know what's wrong with that kid. I don't know what's wrong with that guy. Michael's just a nut. He's just a psycho.
Guys, it's an expression to try and make you feel sorry for her.
You're just making more attention for yourself, and you know you are.
Oh, really? That's why I want to go, yeah? Get all the attention.
Why are you packing? You're not in a mood. Why are you packing?
She's packing for attention.
Why? Well, good luck to you. I usually would say, oh, please stay, please stay. But there's no point, because you're being stupid. No, she actually because she actually... She said she was going to!
She's forgot about 6 things.
For the third time, Sade locks herself in the bathroom. But this time, no one tries to get her out.
She's either out the window, drowning in the bath, or staying in there for attention. And I think I'm going to go for C.
She made me upset, she made me homesick. Don't think there's anything she hasn't done yet.
I'm going to shut up! I'm killing you, why not? No! I'm thinking one with me.
This is getting sick.
Sade has been locked in the bathroom for an hour. No one has tried to talk her out. Eventually, she comes out of her own accord.
What are you saying?
I don't know. Oh, and he goes, that really got me upset because I didn't know what you were going to do. He's not looking us up. He goes, what?
I hate it when people judge too soon. It's called me as a person, not as a child. I hate it when people judge too soon.
And act like a stupid fat baboon. Done it, finished, kaboom, end.
It's getting late, and once again the girls try to sleep. But for the fourth night running, Sade stays up late, and she's joined by Jessica.
The squatters are up and the game begins.
She flew in the air.
Sorry.
What's wrong with you?
You're an idiot. I won't. You just pushed me over.
Oh, I didn't mean to push you that hard. Did it hurt?
No.
Go.
Wait.
I like how the girls refuse to this point, like, to sleep in 2 separate rooms, right? Because everybody that's in the smaller room is special because that was kind of dictated from the beginning. It's that sense of exclusivity. So no matter what happens, they can't just be like, go sleep in the other fucking room.
Oh, what a score! And the baby was born!
You are stupid!
How damn rude! Don't be
The girls don't get to sleep until after 3. It's the morning of their last day in the house, and Nikki has had a bad night. She ended up sharing her bed with 2 other girls.
Come in, Nikki. Where do you want to go? Last night I didn't even get 5 hours of sleep. Do you see if any of the others are awake? I don't know. Come on, let's go to
Just like take a nap.
you. I'm sick. Let's go now, look. I thought that it would be fun, and this turned out to be a nightmare.
Not
She
Nikki.
hasn't had any sleep. There's been arguments practically every day. She's going home.
Come on, Jess.
Don't let him see you like this.
Was she your best friend?
Just as when Sherry left, the remaining girls huddled together in a corner of the bedroom, and they stay there for most of the morning.
Oh, gorgeous, 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 gorgeous.
Do you know what I've got? I've got melon, cherry. I left the pineapple and coconut at home.
Pineapple's well nice, isn't
Peach.
it? I've got bubblegum.
Oh, bits, man.
Right, bits and bobs.
Yeah.
Later, they all go downstairs to make cards for their parents.
I
got the measles.
No, no.
Chicken pox.
Okay, that's enough. I only put a few on you.
Nothing don't. Don't stop it. No, get off. Stop it. Justin!
Oh no, that's all the sour
That was
cream.
your fault. That was your fault. Oh my God, you get more dumber by the second, Jocelyn, I swear. There.
This skirt makes my bum stick out.
Rub your lips together. Go.
It's the final night, and the girls are getting ready to put on their own entertainment.
Come back, but she didn't. It's a talent contest.
If you're going to talent show, sit over there and that's the stage.
Look, we need a stool to put our words up. Just put it on the seat. Oh, that's good. 4 of us.
Everyone is going to sing a song, including the judges, Sade and Justine.
No, not yet.
Thank
wait.
God.
We'll tell you when to start.
A dance routine, choreographed by Shaz, starts the evening off.
5, 6, 7, 8. I'm cute. I'm popular to boot. I'm bitchin', grey hair. Little boys all love to stare. I'm pretty. I'm cool. I dominate the school. Who am I? Just guess. Guys wanna touch my chest? I'm rockin'. I smile. If anything, I'm vile. There's 2 big bumps. You can look, but don't you jump. Woo! I'm danger. I roar. I swear I'm not a whore. Hey, that's
The
'cause we're
fuck?
beautiful, but we don't like you either. We're cheerleaders.
These are 10-year-old girls. What the fuck?
We are cheerleaders. The battles are in, but one girl has to win. She's perky, she's fun, and now she's number 1. Stop doing that! You did it wrong. She's meant to go down. Ma'am, that's why I come in the middle. Okay, do you want to start again? Yeah. Start again. I'm sexy. I'm cute. I'm popular to boot. I'm combing my hair now and wondering what dress to wear now. And I say a little prayer for you. May I return? To the beginning. Mama, life had just begun, and now I've gone and thrown it all away. Is this burning an eternal flame? Scaramouche, do you do the fandango? First a bolt of lightning, very, very frightening me. Galileo, Galileo.
He was a very special, warm and gentle person.
You gotta keep the curtains open. You got a really good voice.
Up where they stay all day in the sun, wandering free. Wish I could be part of that world.
That's so cool.
We've got to discuss who's best, Shaz or Jessica. I think Jessica's better than Shaz.
Oh my God, Chaz is being really upset.
Yeah, well, it's not about being upset, it's about the voice.
1,
Jessica was good. She comes flowing because I gave Alicia a 9 out of 10 because she could sing really well, but she looks like she's trying too hard. But then there's Jessica, who she'll just flow it out, but her voice is a bit, you know, like a bit jaggedy. 1, 2.
The prize is going to be a box of jelly babies.
It's pretty serious business.
The winner is Charlie. Me. And the winner's I hate jelly babies. I love I like the red one. I love the black one. How can you try? How can you try a bit too hard? How can you try it a bit too hard? It's really can't do that.
Tomorrow, the girls will be returning to their families.
Now,
to a
the
structured
human
life with rules and
sacrifice.
regimes. The final game they play is about tyrannical
Is
parents and teachers.
baseball bats.
You silly muppets! Your hand should be up. Put your hand up. That is good. Much better than your answer. Your answer. Clean it up again. And I'm trusting you with this, the fairy liquid.
You have to be angrier than that.
It's 6:30! Time to go to bed! You're not meant to be up past 6:30, and now it's 6:31! Oh, this makes me angry!
You know, another observation, the little boys in the previous documentary were very hoarse. They all seem like they got sick. Have to imagine a lot of that has to do with being outside at night, not sleeping, probably windows and doors open. These girls kind of seem okay. They're also eating better as well. Prophet says, "Oh wow, you're still nightcapping. I just walked a quarter mile through the woods to look for my cat because fucking coyotes." Well, I'm sorry, my friend. That pussy's an adventurous one. I hope you find her.
Get to bed! Don't speak! Don't breathe! Don't hold something! I'm getting angry.
Death to them all.
Time to go home, but the girls are sleeping late. Though they haven't seen their parents in nearly a week, their parents have been able to see them on a monitor at the back of the house.
Honestly, they did okay.
Two of the children have left, and 8 have stayed. Close friendships have grown and split apart, and then reformed. Though the girls have argued and fought, they've also been able to forgive each other, to comfort each other when upset, to help each other.
Wake up. Wake up. It's time to go. Come on, you've got to wake up. Wake up. We've got to be out of here by 10.
Hello, Shani. Right.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so lovely to see you. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah.
Ronald, you alright? Oh, really miss you.
I kept seeing you on the monitor every night, so I did, and it was really fantastic.
Oh, you must have lost some weight. Must be all that good cooking you've been eating.
Did you miss us?
No, you didn't, did you? You had a great time.
You don't miss her?
I did.
The most honest woman in Great Britain.
Right, that's it. Come forward a little bit.
Well, there you go. Well, there you go, everybody. Thanks for joining. Thanks for watching. We're going to be heading out tonight. And then early morning. See you folks next time.